To integrate AWS Amplify with AppSync effectively, it is essential to understand the core concepts and best practices involved. First, AWS Amplify is a development platform that helps you build, deploy, and manage scalable mobile and web applications, while AppSync is a managed GraphQL service that makes it easy to build scalable, offline-enabled, and real-time mobile and web applications using GraphQL, a query language for APIs. The first step in integrating AWS Amplify with AppSync is to set up an AppSync API. This involves creating a new AppSync API, defining your schema, and configuring your data sources. Your schema serves as the backbone of your API, defining the types and relationships between your data. Data sources can include AWS Lambda functions, Amazon DynamoDB tables, or other AWS services. Next, you need to install and configure the AWS Amplify CLI. The Amplify CLI is a tool that helps you to create, build, and manage your Amplify projects. You can install it using npm or yarn, then initialize it in your project directory. The Amplify CLI provides a simple and consistent way to create and manage your AppSync API, authentication, and other AWS services. After setting up the AppSync API and the Amplify CLI, you need to configure authentication for your AppSync API. AppSync provides built-in support for AWS IAM, Amazon Cognito user pools, and API keys. You can use the Amplify CLI to enable authentication for your AppSync API. It is essential to choose an authentication method that fits your application's needs. With your AppSync API and authentication configured, you can now integrate it with your Amplify application. You can use the Amplify JavaScript library to interact with your AppSync API. The library provides a simple and intuitive API for performing CRUD operations, subscribing to real-time updates, and more. Best practices for AWS Amplify AppSync integration include using a schema-first approach, which involves defining your schema before writing any code. This approach helps to ensure that your API is well-structured and maintainable. Another best practice is to use resolvers to handle complex logic and data transformations. Resolvers are functions that run on the AppSync server and can be used to perform tasks such as data validation, authentication, and authorization. Additionally, it is essential to use caching and optimization techniques to improve the performance of your AppSync API. AppSync provides built-in support for caching, which can help to reduce the number of requests made to your data sources. You can also use techniques such as query optimization and data normalization to improve the performance of your API. In conclusion, integrating AWS Amplify with AppSync requires a thorough understanding of the core concepts and best practices involved. By following the steps outlined in this guide, you can create a scalable, offline-enabled, and real-time application using AppSync and Amplify. Remember to use a schema-first approach, resolvers, caching, and optimization techniques to ensure that your API is well-structured, maintainable, and high-performance.